What's going on, guys? It's that guy with movies back here again. And if you guys really care about what day it is for you mathematicians or, people that are good with math out there, today is Pi Day. Well, not that kind of Pi Day, but pi the number. But I don't think you guys really care about that anyways. But yeah, today's video probably be more of a quick kind of one. Well, not necessarily, because I do tend to do longer hauls. But today we're going to just go to Savers and Walmart. Maybe Walmart will have toilet paper there. Who knows? But we'll check out the toilet paper. And of course, we'll go check out the movies. And Savers will go check out the movies as well. Hopefully they have restocked. So anyway, let's go there. And let's go to those two places. And we'll see what we can find today. And we're at Savers right now, and it's dead here. Wow, I've never seen this place so dead before. It's quite peaceful, actually, pretty tranquil. So let's go inside now and see what they have today. Well, guys, today is a good day, and they've actually restocked. So I'm going to show you guys this stuff. There's more on the end cap, and there's actually more at the front, so I'll show you guys that a little bit later, but I'll show you guys what they have first here. They have the witches. The case doesn't seem like it's in very good shape. It's kind of like, you can like press down on it, so I don't know, I'm probably not going to grab that. But I've grabbed quite a few things so far. Today, like I said, is a good day. I think you see that everywhere. The Live Free or Die Hard Steelbook. Somebody bought this at Blockbuster for like $7. That's a pretty good deal for a steelbook, but I do already have that. A lot of sealed stuff here as well. And if we keep going here, Diary of the Dead, Blues Brothers 2000. I don't see that anywhere. I looked at that already. That's kind of scratched. Where in the World is Osama bin Laden? It's kind of outdated, but Morgan Spurlock documentary there. Hitman 2, Legend of the Grandmaster. I grabbed that. One probably would have been one of my very first Walgo USA titles. Unfortunately, though, the movie disc is missing, so there'd be kind of no point in even grabbing that. But if the movie disc was in there, I'd definitely be grabbing that. And if we go down here, we do, of course, have some, bootlegs in here. Frequency, mega hit movie. So there's that. Caveman's Valentine. Samuel L. Jackson's got some pretty sweet hair in that movie. I don't know, I've never seen it, but I'm just kind of going off the cover. Send Me No Flowers. So you got some Rock Hudson and Doris Day, of course. Sunset Strip, Jared Leto. I don't know what that is. And if we go down here now, got some Double Take with Eddie Griffin and Orlando Jones. And I'm assuming that's probably very early 2000s. And we come across Hocus Pocus, the movie that everybody seems to go nuts over. So they got that here. I don't know, I've never seen the movie, so can't really judge. But if we go down here, what's this? Beef 2, narrated by Keith David. I don't know what that is. Maybe some kind of like rap documentary? Hip-hop journalism? I don't know. And if we go down here, we got a double feature, Frantic and Presumed Innocent. So if you want some Harrison Ford movies there. Arthur, just a big ball of plastic that just fell. More sealed stuff, Limitless, Never Let Me Go, The Intern. Looks like some of these are like Black Friday releases because they have that promo thing on the top. And then finally down here, yeah, what's this? The Man Who Knew Too Little. Might have to check that on eBay after. Bad Santa Director's Cut. Apparently it's director approved. Great movie, of course. And that seems to be about it for the movies. Bird. That one's kind of hard to find. We do have the snap case of that one. And then up here, we got some TV shows. The usual stuff. Modern Family. Never liked that show. Dawson's Creek. House Season 6 on Blu-ray. You never see Blu-ray sets of House, so that's kind of an oddity. Some South Park, more House. And then finally, we'll go down here to take a look at the kids' movies here. So they got some Disney stuff, of course, Cinderella 3, Kronk's New Groove, Beethoven, That's So Raven, That's about it for the top one. Old Yeller and Savage Sam. More Disney stuff. Oceans, Enchanted, Prince of Persia. Also, they got that 4-stick here. Looks like some kind of rental one. Never heard or never seen that movie, but I heard it's pretty awful. And that's about it for over here. So now let's go to the end cap and see what Blu-rays they have. So on the end cap, they just have mostly Blu-rays and some more TV shows actually. But once again, over here it is kind of more your standard TV show stuff here, like Weeds, you know, Corner Gas. If you're Canadian, I'm sure you probably don't see those anywhere in the States. But you know, 24, more Weeds, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You know, of course, this Family Guy season. It would not be a thrift store if you don't see that Family Guy season anywhere. Actually looks brand new. I think mine was actually sealed. South Park seasons 1, 2, 10, and 9. Chappelle Show. And Planet Earth. So now we'll take a look at some Blu-rays here. American Reunion, which funny enough, I actually just bought at Revolver. It did have the slipcover, but mine did not come with the DVD. Oops. But there is that one. Some Disney ones here. Wreck-It Ralph, Christmas Carol, Big Hero 6. And I do have Wreck-It Ralph and Big Hero 6 already. Christmas Carol, I probably grabbed the 3D of that one if I found it anywhere. This one's just a regular one. You got Crank here, How to Train Your Dragon, also not Blu-ray, or not Blu-ray, 3D. Probably grab those if they were 3D. Lego Movie. Yeah, other than that, pretty much just standard thrift store stuff, but that's pretty much about it for over here. Alright guys, the second and unfortunately last stop of the day is Walmart, so let's go inside, see if they have any movies, and maybe even some toilet paper too. And it is just how I imagined it. The toilet paper section is absolutely empty. Nothing below, nothing up top, absolutely nothing. If you're wondering, it's right by the frozen foods. What they do have over here is a box of tissues. They got that here. There's like a 12-pack of tissues, and they've got one other tissue box over here that is unopened. So yeah, everybody is boarding up on TP, I guess. So yeah, not like there's any good deals on it or anything, but there you go. So inside of Walmart here, unfortunately the music is a little bit loud, but we're going to take a look at the new releases nonetheless. They got Bombshell here. This one came out. I don't know if I'm really kind of interested in watching this one. I've heard kind of sort of good things about it, but I don't know, maybe kind of not really up my alley. But we got both Blu-ray and DVD of that here, and it looks like they also re-released the Daniel Craig James Bond movies. Looks like there's unfortunately no Atmos on here. Not seeing that. This would probably be worth getting if they had Atmos, but they got all 4 of them here for 25 bucks, which is actually a pretty good deal for 4K. They got these really nice, like, kind of matte finish slipcovers. So they got, here's Quantum of Solace, Skyfall, and Spectre. Of course, to promote the now delayed movie No Time to Die. So they got some movie here, Inherit the Viper. I don't even know what to think of that one, but they got that here. Of course, Midway, Queen and Celine came out, just the DVD of that one. Haven't seen that one yet. I don't know if I really can't plan on watching it anyways. But now we'll go over here. This is their TV new releases, and of course 1917 comes out on Tuesday, and we have stuff like The Affair. I don't know what that is. 7 Worlds, 1 Planet on 4K. This will probably be a really nice looking 4K actually. It's pretty thick set, as you guys can see right there, but yeah, these are from BBC Earth, of course, because BBC always kind of puts those ones out. That's about it for over here, unless if you count these Hallmark DVDs, but who really cares about those? And if we go over here, the only new thing I'm seeing is Charlie's Angels, only the Blu-ray here, no 4K, but there's that on Blu-ray DVD. And then this John Henry, I don't know what that is. It's a movie with Terry Crews and Ludacris in it, but there is that. You know, of course, you got Knives Out, 4K and Blu-ray. Nothing else here. Dark Waters also came out a couple weeks ago, just on Blu-ray, no 4K or anything. But, you know, Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. And then arguably the biggest release of last week was Spies in Disguise here. They have all 3 formats on here, 4K, Blu-ray, and DVD. But $32.96 for the 4K, Blu-ray, and then there's a DVD, and of course they still got a million copies of Frozen 2. Beauty and the Beast also came out. They have the 1991 animated one, and then the 2017 live-action one on 4K. And then they got this other movie here, Neja. I think that's kind of how you say it, but it's from Well Go USA. Apparently it was a huge success, but they have it on 4K, Blu-ray, and DVD. So now let's go over to the other section, and we'll check out what they have. Alright, so we're at the other section now, so we'll take a look at what they have here before I get going. They have Clown Fear. I don't know what this is. It's from Lionsgate and Grindstone, so you know it'll be quality. But they have other spots here for Don't Let Them, The Furies, Two Graves Desert, My Hindu Friend, High Strung, The Lost Patrol, I think this one that came out, I think, a long time ago. They also got these Looney Tunes things here, like a whole bunch of these original movies. Part of the anniversary collection, apparently, but here's one, Rabbit's Run, the Looney Bugs Bunny movie, Daffy Duck's movie, Fantastic Island, Tweety's High Flying Adventure, The Essential Bugs Bunny, The Essential Daffy Duck, you know, like Tweety Bird, or, you know, like Speedy Gonzales, like you see on there. And the only other thing I'm seeing here is they released a whole bunch of these new Disney 4Ks. They got A Bug's Life here, they have a spot for that, but it looks like they're all sold out. The only ones they do have here are the 2 Monsters movies. So they have, of course, Monsters University, Monsters Inc., Up, and then WALL-E. because I think all their movies are on 4K now, but they're not too bad looking slipcovers. They're kind of, you know, shiny. But yeah, I don't know. Probably out of all these, I'd probably grab Wall-E on 4K, but that's pretty much about it. Like, I don't really see how Up could benefit from that, but you know, they released it on there, as well as like Monsters Inc. Like, you know, but Wall-E, I really kind of think would probably be, you know, like that could improve with 4K, because it is a pretty visually stunning looking movie nonetheless. But that's pretty much about it for over here. So let's get on out of here and let's go home. This is just a little kind of quick shopping video. So let's go home and I'll show you guys what I picked up. Also found this little gem in the Blu-ray bin. John Travolta's Gotti. Yeah. Right. New.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. A real gangster ass nigga plays his cards right.
Alright guys, back home from doing all my shopping, and even though the toilet paper crusade is still going on, as I showed you guys at Walmart, there was absolutely no TP, because how are we supposed to wipe ourselves after we go to the bathroom? Oh well, at least I have some TP of my own, but anyways, that's not, we don't need those for the video here. Let's get on to what I picked up today. So, all the stuff that I picked up today was at Savers. I didn't grab anything at Walmart as per usual, so I'll show you guys and what I picked up, and it's a pretty big haul, as you guys can see right there. A lot of stuff there. I showed you guys the usual stuff that they had, but they also had an end cap with some Blu-rays and some TV shows. They also had their end caps by the Tills that had a whole bunch of movies on there. Really, just a whole bunch of movies. They must have really got overstocked with, you know, good movies. So anyway though, guys, let's get going and I'll show you guys what I picked up. I know I'm saying guys a lot, but whatever. I'll show you guys what I picked up. So I picked up one Blu-ray, one TV show season, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I picked up 10 DVDs there. So without further ado, let's get started. So I'm going to show you guys the Blu-ray first, and it is a 3D Blu-ray, and that is The Secret Life of Pets here. I don't know, I wasn't, like, you know, if I found this movie, like, super cheap, I would have probably picked it up maybe on, like, Blu-ray. Sorry if this is, like, super bright. I'll just hold it like this. If this movie was super cheap, this is what I was kind of thinking a little while ago. If this movie was cheap, I would probably grab it, and you know, I finally found it, and it turns out it was the 3D Blu-ray. So I'm really happy to have this one, so I have a brand new 3D Blu-ray in my collection. I actually haven't really picked up any of those lately. Unfortunately, though, this one doesn't come with the code or anything. I don't really need the code, yeah, I don't really need the code, but there is the inside of the case there. 3D disc and Blu-ray disc. So, of course, that's pretty good that none of the discs are missing or anything. But I've actually never seen both of these Secret Life of Pets movies. I hear they're okay, like they're not really that great. I hear some people saying that this one isn't too bad, but the second one I haven't really heard too much about that one. Like that one just kind of came and went last year. I think, when did it open? Like didn't it open like around like when Endgame came out? Like I can't really remember. But yeah, here is The Secret Life of Pets on Blu-ray 3D, and apparently it's got these 3 mini-movies on here. And yeah, Illumination movies, I don't know, they're okay, I guess. I wasn't really too crazy about Despicable Me. What else did I see? Oh yeah, Sing, I watched Sing. That one I really enjoyed. If you guys wanted like a good kind of animated movie to watch with the family or with your kids or whatever, I'd recommend watching Sing. I really kind of enjoyed that one. And the Grinch one from a couple years ago, I did not really care for that one at all. If I found that one for super cheap on 3D, I would probably grab it. But other than that, I would probably not pick that one up anyways. I actually haven't seen Despicable Me 2, 3, or Minions. I know there's a new Minions movie coming out this year. They're really still going crazy about the Minions. I don't get it. But Secret Life of Pets 3D, thought I'd grab that one to add to my 3D collection. And now we'll move on to the TV show season I picked up. I think I already kind of spoiled it for you guys when I showed the stack, and that is South Park, the complete 13th season here. This is one of the only seasons, I think, up to 17 that I don't have yet. I have everything up to 17. I don't have 18. I don't have 19. or wait, no. Yeah, no, I don't have 19. I don't think I have. I don't have 18. I don't have 19. I don't have 20. I have 21, and I think 22 just came out not too long ago. But yeah, there's still a whole bunch of seasons of that show that I am missing still. But there is South Park, the complete 13th season. It's actually in pretty good shape, and until I kind of got to this. Besides this little pamphlet here, it is kind of like crushed and wrecked and everything. I don't know. I'll probably just toss that in the garbage. But yeah, there's the inside. All the discs are mint, so I was really happy to pick this one up. It's not too often that you find like later seasons of South Park. I know the earlier ones, you can see those everywhere at thrift stores and that. But yeah, this one, these kind of ones you never really see too often, like the later seasons of South Park, and of course not the newer ones, but especially like when you get around like maybe like 13 to like probably 16, you never see those ones anymore. Anyways, those are the only two Blu-rays. Well, the one Blu-ray and the one TV show season that I picked up there. So now I'll move on to the movies now, and I do have, like I said, a decent sized stack of movies to show you guys. So the first movie I picked up there is one that I was really surprised to find. I never see this movie anywhere. I think this is probably the very first time I've ever seen this movie out hunting. I have heard of the movie. It's an older Disney one from probably around the mid-'80s, I'd say. It is a Gold Classic collection release. I think this is the only Gold Classic one I have in my collection, and that is The Black Cauldron here. I know this one is kind of overlooked, and I think it's more kind of remembered because of its really kind of troubled production. Well, not really troubled, I'd say. Kind of more troubles with the MPAA because of the rating. Like, I think it was one of the very first Disney movies, one of their animated ones, to kind of tread PG-13 boundaries. Like, apparently this was, like, a super scary movie. And they really had to tone it down, and, you know, I don't think any of the original footage survived of, like, the original, like, it was kind of more, like, violent, I'd say. And, of course, Disney was not having that, so, of course, they had to, you know, tone it down for theaters to, like, a PG-rated version, and this is the version that we have now. On here you got a Quest for the Black Cauldron destination game and some kind of trick-or-treat cartoon with Donald Duck in it. But this one was, like, mint, I think. Yeah, it is, like, mint, so I knew I had to pick this one up. And, of course, it still has the insert and everything in here. But yeah, it's also a super short movie as well. I think that's probably why they had to, or that's why they trimmed it. It's only 80 minutes, so there is that. It's actually only about 75 if you discount credits, but there is the Black Cauldron there. I knew I had to pick that one up as soon as I saw it. I will check eBay after and see how much that one's worth. The next one here is actually another movie that had a pretty troubled production. I don't know the specifics of it. I just know it kind of had a really troubled production with rewrites and everything. And that is a movie called Another You, starring Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder. I believe this is their last movie together. Of course, doing stuff like Blazing Saddles. I think they were in Blazing Saddles. I can't really remember. See No Evil, Hear No Evil, Stir Crazy. You know, this movie. You gotta love Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor. They were a great comedic duo, and unfortunately, this one was kind of a stinker at the box office, and like I said, really troubled production. It bombed, and just, you know, it was a big disaster, and unfortunately, this was their very last movie that they did. Actually, it was Gene Wilder's last movie. I think Richard Pryor did a couple more movies after this, but that is about it. This was the end of, you know, Gene Wilder's career, and unfortunately, you know, not many people saw that. But yeah, Another You here with Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder. Haven't seen this one. I haven't really kind of heard of it. I know it exists, but that's about it. This next one here I knew I had to get as soon as I saw it. Once again, just like Black Cauldron, I don't see this one too often, and that is a little movie called Volunteers, starring Tom Hanks and John Candy. Once again, just like Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor, you gotta love Tom Hanks, and you gotta love the late great John Candy here. May he rest in peace. But yeah, you know, Tom Hanks and Volunteers here. One of probably the rarer Tom Hanks ones, I'd say. Unfortunately, it's not really in that great a shape. It does have a few scratches on it, but I know I can get it rebuffed. But I just had to pick it up as soon as I saw it. It's an HBO release, so like I keep saying, I don't think I really see it too much anymore. But if you guys come across these HBO Snapcase ones in the wild, make sure you do check these ones on eBay to see if they're worth anything, because usually they can be. Because I know, where is it? House Arrest here. I know this one is out of print. I don't know if it is anymore, but I know it was out of print at one point. That's pretty much why I have that movie in my collection, and it is the HBO release of that movie. But Volunteers here, starring John Candy and Tom Hanks, should be a pretty fun movie. So there's that one. I also got a couple of sealed titles here as well. The first one being Rumblefish, starring Matt Dillon, Mickey Rourke, Diane Lane. You know, of course, the Cage Man is in this one. Dennis Hopper, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. And like I said, brand new factory sealed. It still has the shrink wrap and the stickers on it and everything. Francis Ford Coppola did a lot of these. This is based on the novel by S.E. Hinton. So of course the same author as The Outsiders. Francis Ford Coppola did a lot of these book adaptations in the 80s. He did that one, of course, Outsiders. This movie here, Rumblefish, I think he did That Was Then, This Is Now as well. I believe that might be a book adaptation. I could be wrong. But yeah, Rumblefish here. Somebody apparently bought this. Well, this was originally selling for $10, but apparently the person got it on sale for $6. So there is Rumblefish here, starring Matt Dillon. Of course, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. You gotta love these book adaptations. And like I said, brand new factory sealed. So I got a couple of horror movies here. First one being Unfriended. I know this one I think is kind of considered decent. They made a second one a couple years ago as well called, I think, Dark Web. And that one is not supposed to be very good. But Unfriended here from the producer of The Purge and Ouija, which I believe is Nelson Greaves, I guess. I guess Jason Blum did this one as well. And yeah, this one, okay shape as well. But I kind of wanted to watch this one. It's, you know, the movie Searching from a couple years ago. It's kind of like this movie, but it's not horror. And this is kind of the horror version. It all kind of takes place on one screen, and it's a horror movie. So there is Unfriended. If you guys have never heard of it before, there is that one. And the next one here I think is pretty common, but I don't see it too often, and that is Repo, the Genetic Opera, directed by Darren Lynn Bousman, whatever. Who also directed some of the Saw movies, and was also from the producers of Saw as well. Of course, you got Paris Hilton in this movie. I think she's probably one of the more known parts of this. You also get Anthony Stewart Head in this one as well, Giles from Buffy, so that's pretty cool. And there's not too much in here. The disc is mint, and other than that, there is nothing in here. But yeah, from what I've heard of this movie, it's apparently like some sort of horror musical. So it could be, you know, not too bad. But there is Repo, the Genetic Opera. Sounds kind of interesting. I think everybody kind of thinks of this one as another Rocky Horror Picture Show. Like, it's not as of a cult classic, not really that well known, but it exists, and it is a horror musical, so it should be pretty interesting. And then the next one here that I got is my other brand new factory sealed one, and that is Midway. I have seen the newer one. The newer one just came out on 4K and Blu-ray and that. This is the OG one with Charlton Heston and Henry Fonda. Who else is in here? You got Hal Holbrook, Robert Mitchum, Cliff Robertson, Robert Wagner. You know, so you get a pretty decent cast in here. It's a Universal DVD. Also, like I said, brand new factory sealed. So yeah, want to check that one out sometime because I do enjoy horror movies. Next one I got is another kind of common one, but I just wanted to grab this one because it sounded pretty interesting, and that is a movie called School Ties, starring Brendan Fraser, Chris O'Donnell, Matt Damon, and Ben Affleck. Probably one of their first movies together, actually, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. But yeah, it sounds like a pretty interesting movie. Brendan Fraser, I think he gets a scholarship to go to this really preppy, kind of exclusive school. And he's like a big athlete, but the only problem that's kind of coming up in this movie is that he is Jewish, so, and his friendships are broken and everything. So yeah, School Ties sounds like a pretty interesting movie. Nothing in here, no scene selections or anything, but there is School Ties. Sounds like a pretty interesting movie. And then I got another Disney title here, and that is Angels in the Outfield, of course starring Danny Glover, Tony Danza,
young Tony Danza,
and Christopher Lloyd. You also get a young Joseph Gordon-Levitt in here as well. But yeah, also got his start in Disney movies. And this one was pretty mint as well. Or no, it was kind of like the disc was kind of dirty, but it's all here. It's all complete and everything, and it's in pretty good shape. So that is Angels in the Outfield. Another one to add to my sport movie collection. I know I keep saying that I'm going to do it, but I just need to accumulate more and just kind of see more so I can, you know, give you guys like opinions on them. And then the last one I have to show you guys for today is Enemy Mine. Oh, sorry about that. My computer just went off. Last one I have here to show you guys is Enemy Mine with Dennis Quaid and Louis Gossett Jr. An interesting little tidbit of trivia. I think this was actually one of the first movies that was shown in the Soviet Union. I think when they kind of lifted their, you know, ban off of, you know, American products and that. This is one of the first movies shown in the Soviet Union. So there is Enemy Mine there. No scene selection or anything, but there is the disc. It sounds like a pretty interesting movie, so there is that one. Anyway, though, guys, that is about it for this video. Hope you guys liked going around Walmart, going around Savers, seeing all those movies there, and, you know, looking at all the toilet paper and everything, all the toilet paper shortage. Apparently, there's a food shortage there as well, and just, it's nuts. But there is my haul for you guys today. So that is about it for this video. So thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share. Instagram and Twitter links will be in the description down below if you want to follow me on there. Also be sure to check out my IMDb profile page. The link for that will also be down below in the description of this video as well to check out what I've been watching recently. Also, if you're new to my channel or if you're already subscribed, be sure to click the bell to be notified of future videos. A new video every Tuesday and Friday. So anyway though, guys, that is about it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all next time.